Today's sports coverage of the NFL, the National Football League, is here and on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins, and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Cleveland Browns. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard, right at the line of scrimmage. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it third down and 10.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. To throw on second down. Weaver. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be Dolphin football. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down near the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch it now, Marty. Set. Green, 39.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weaver. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now here's a carry heading left, and he is leveled. Knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Haney. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Off the play fake. Weaver. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to work. Still fighting. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure it's just a little bit extra.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they've wanted to.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Now they run with Mixon, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw. Weaver. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Kyle Brenza on now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some room to maneuver. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Now they try the right side here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Mixon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Mixon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He finds some open field here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they try the right side here. And all the way down to the 26. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, this is Haney. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop. stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Browns on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Weaver being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Watch it now, boy. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now. Look at 56. Detroit.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down following the run. Now Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They'll run here with Mixon. Room here to run. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
Detroit! Set!
And they give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's difficult to block for an offense. On that play, the defense won in a big way. No gain at all.
On the toss, Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one.
It got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit. Watch it now, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Go. All right, now look at 56. Leopard.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a handoff looking right. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 38 yards on the scamper there. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
To throw on 2nd down. Weaver. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out come the Dolphins now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And Brenza's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Brenza now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Play action. Weaver. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a handoff as they run outside. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Red zone opportunity. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And some space here. There he goes left side. And all the way down to the 7-yard line.